The best and the most prominent example of struggle against oppression for enjoining good and forbidding evil is embodied in the exalted personality of Imam Hussein alayhi salam, the grandson of the Holy Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him and his family, whose martyrdom was an event of momentous political and religious significance in the Islamic world, and has a powerful impact upon the Muslim community in particular, and humanity as a whole, from the time it occurred in the middle of the 7th century, 61 years after Hijrah, 680 AD, right up to the present day and for all times to come. To understand the struggle at Karbala in Iraq, we need to turn back a few pages of history. It was a divine decree and the need of the hour for Imam Hassan alayhi salam, the elder grandson of the Holy Prophet, to enter into a peace treaty with Muawiyah, the son of Abu Sufyan and father of Yazid, thus shifting the temporal rulership to him. But before shifting the caliphate to him, Imam Hassan alayhi salam laid down some specific terms and conditions for Muawiyah to abide by, which were readily accepted by him. The terms being: number 1, that Muawiyah will abide by the holy book, Quran, and the Sunnah of his Prophet. Number 2, that he shall have no authority to nominate anyone as his successor, and the caliphate will be surrendered back to the custody of Imam Hassan alayhi salam, to be followed by his brother Imam Hussein alayhi salam. Number 3, that the Muslims of Syria, Iraq, Hijaz, and Yemen shall enjoy peace and amnesty. Number 4, the friends and companions of Imam Ali alayhi salam and all their women and children shall be protected against all fear and shall be allowed to live in peace. Number 5, that Muawiyah shall not in any way, either openly or secretly, plot against, injure, or threaten Imam Hassan alayhi salam, Imam Hussein alayhi salam, and other kinsmen of the Holy Prophet. He will abstain from inflicting any loss of life or property, directly or indirectly, to the members of the Imam's family. Number 6, that he shall pay the annual yield of the land of Darab Jord to Imam Hassan alayhi salam. Number 7, that abusive language shall not be used with reference to Amir al-Mu'mineen Ali ibn Abi Talib alayhi salam, and that the custom of cursing Ali, the 4th Caliph, and his followers in prayers and on pulpits shall be discontinued. The terms of the peace treaty as given above have been recorded with slight textual variations by all historians, viz. Tabari, Ibn Asir, Ibn Hajar, Ibn Shahna, Abu al-Fidda, etc. And all the above mentioned have unanimously noted that Muawiyah did not observe any of the terms. In fact, he shamelessly declared, "O Muslims, I have succeeded in acquiring power and dominion over you by means of the peace treaty with Hassan. Now, all the terms and conditions of the treaty lie under my feet, and it simply rests with my whims to abide by them or not. But although the temporal caliphate was shifted to Muawiyah, the divine leadership and religious authority, i.e. spiritual caliphate, remained with Imam Hassan alayhi salam, being the beloved grandson of Prophet Muhammad salawatullahi alayhi wa alih, and himself an exemplar of excellent morals and virtue. Quote unquote, astute, unscrupulous, and pitiless, the first caliph of the Umayyads, Muawiyah, shrank from no crime necessary to secure his position. Murder was his accustomed mode of removing a formidable opponent, says Osborne. Muawiyah always aspired to perpetuate the caliphate into his own family, Bani Umayyah, but could not do so until Imam Hassan alayhi salam was alive. Thus, he allured Ju'da bint al-Ash'as, an avaricious wife of Imam Hassan alayhi salam, into poisoning him, and ultimately achieved his goal. The ground being now clear, yet his insecurity remained for the younger brother of Imam Hassan alayhi salam, viz. Imam Hussein alayhi salam, the only surviving grandson of Prophet Muhammad salawatullah alayhi wa alih, was still alive and would voice his protest if Muawiyah openly tried to transgress the covenant of the peace treaty. Imam Hussein alayhi salam succeeded his brother in Islamic leadership and divine authority, himself being an embodiment of virtue and ethics. When Muawiyah sensed that his end was near, he feared that the caliphate would revert back to the younger brother of Imam Hassan alayhi salam after his death, as was specified in the terms of the peace treaty. In furtherance of his own treacherous designs, and at the suggestion of guileful people like Mughira ibn Shu'bah, he started taking the oath of allegiance for his son Yazid, thus securing the caliphate in his own family. Muawiyah died in 60 AH after securing the oath of allegiance for his son Yazid, who thus assumed the caliphate forcefully. Muawiyah's son Yazid, says Philip Hitti, was the first confirmed drunkard among the caliphs and won the title Yazid al-Khumur, the Yazid of wine. One of his pranks was training of a pet monkey, Abu Qais, to participate in his drinking bouts. To quote Ibn Asir, a famous Muslim historian, said, Yazid was notorious and well known for his love of numerous musical instruments, passion for hunting, and play with young boys, dogs, monkeys, etc. Every morning he rose still drunk. His monkeys and young boys wore cold caps. If a monkey died, he spent a considerable time in mourning it. Quote unquote, as cruel and treacherous as Muawiyah, writes Justice Amir Ali, Yazid did not, like his father, possess the capacity to clothe his cruelties in the guise of policy. His depraved nature knew no pity or justice. He killed and tortured for the pleasure he derived from human suffering, addicted to the grossest of vices, his boon companions were the most condemned of both sexes. Yazid's disbelief is well apparent from verses he recited after the murder of Imam al-Hussein alayhi salam. He says, I wish those of my clan who were killed at Badr and those who had seen the Khasraj clan wailing in the battle of Uhud on account of lancet wounds were here. They would have hailed me with loud cries and said, O Yazid, may your hands never be paralyzed because I have killed the chiefs of the Prophet's clan. I did so as revenge for Badr, which has now been completed. The Bani Hashim only played a game with government. There has come no message, Risala from Allah, nor was anything revealed as Wahi. I would not belong to Khandaq family if I had not taken vengeance upon the descendants of Muhammad. We avenged the murder of Ali by killing his son, a horseman and a brave lion.